Hello everyone! Welcome again to this episode of Math Fun Learning. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, please do subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell icon para ma-notify ka sa mga bagong videos na i-upload ko. So for today, I'm going to share to you how to interpret measures of position. So interpreting measures of position. Kung hindi mo pa napapanood yung part 1 at saka part 2 ng measures of position, the better na panuorin nyo muna. Ilalagay ko yung link sa description box below. So, mas mabuting mapanood nyo muna yung part 1, yung discussion, buong discussion ng measures of position para mas madali na lang sa inyo ang pag-interpret ng measures of position. So, let's get started! Okay, so let's calculate and interpret. So here's the problem. Find the Q sub 3, P sub 80 of the following grade 10 mathematics test scores using linear interpolation and interpret the result. So here are the scores. In applying linear interpolation, may mga steps tayo na i-follow kung ma-remember ninyo yung previous discussion natin. So, for this example, here are the scores. And to apply linear interpolation, the very first step is to arrange the scores in increasing order. So, from smallest to largest. So, ito na yung score natin na naka-arrange na. So, step number 2, we are going to locate the position of Q sub 3. Okay? So, to locate the position of Q sub 3, since quartile yan, we will use the formula of quartile also. So, in this case, K is 3. Since Q sub 3 ang isolve natin. And N is 10. Okay? Bakit 10? There are 10 scores. So, N is the number of scores. Okay? In the data set. So, plug in natin yung values. Substitute natin 3 to K. Ayan. And N to 10 to N. Okay? Substitute. And then, simplify natin. 10 plus 1 is 11 times 3 divided by 4. That's 8.25. So, since naka-decimal siya, guys, in decimal form ang ating result, ang result ng position natin, we cannot identify sino ba or saan ba sa mga scores natin ang pang 8.25. Okay, tama? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin i-consider yung next value or yung decimal part natin. So, kung 8 ito, 8 data or 8 score, kailangan natin yung pang 9th score din. So, in this case, ang pang 8 score natin ay 30. Ang 9th score natin ay 31. So, anong gagawin natin sa dalawang values na ito? So, we are going to subtract, get the positive difference. So, that's 31 minus 30 is 1. So, after nyan, kukunin natin yung decimal part. Okay? So, ang decimal part natin ay 0.25. I-multiply natin kay 1. Okay? So, 1 times 0.25 is 0.25. So, next step niyan is, i-plus natin, kukunin natin si 0.25, i-plus natin kung sino yung mas smaller sa kanilang dalawa. Okay? So, always yan. Yung, kung sino yung smaller sa dalawa. So, that's 30. I-add natin kay 0.25. So, 0.25 plus 30 is 30.25. Therefore, Q sub 3 is 30.25. Okay? Yan yung Q sub 3 natin. Okay, so paano ba natin yan siya i-interpret? We all know that Q sub 3 is 75%. Tama? Therefore, 75% of the students scored less than or equal to 30.25. Nakuha? So, pagpalagay natin na ang 30.25 ay andito. Okay? Andito yung 30.25. So, 75%. Okay? 75%. So, yan yung interpretation natin. 75% of the students scored less than, okay? Less than or equal to 30.25. Kasali si 30.25. Okay? So, anong mangyayari dito sa taas? Okay, dito sa taas. Itong dito sa taas. Kung i-interpret natin yan, therefore, 25% of the students scored greater than or equal to 30.25. So, ito dito, itong naiwan, 25% na yan to complete 100%. 25% ngayon ng mga estudyante ay nakakuha ng score greater than or equal to 30.25. So, always kasali ang result natin. Okay, another one is P sub 20. Let's calculate P sub 20 and interpret. So, same process sa pag-solve ng Q sub 3. First step is to arrange the scores. So, same scores lang man tayo. So, ayan na, naka-arrange na ang scores natin. Next is to locate the position. So, since percentile ito, P sub 20, percentile na formula din ang gagamitin natin. Okay, so to locate the position. So, P sub K equals K over 100 times N plus 1. So, ang K natin here is 20 since P sub 20 ang isolve. N is 10 since there are 10 scores in the data set. And then, substitute natin 20 to K. Ayan, 20, 20, and then N is 10. So, 10 plus 1 times 20 divided by 100. So, that's 2.2. So, again, hindi natin ma-identify kung alin sa mga scores ang pang 2.2 kasi may decimal in decimal form siya. So, again, i-consider natin yung next value dito. So, kung second element at saka yung third element na score. So, in this case, ang second score natin ay 25, ang third ay 26. So, again, i-minus natin yan siya. 26 minus 25 is 1. And then, kukunin natin si 1, i-multiply natin sa decimal part lang. So, 1 times 0.2 is still 0.2. So, after nyan, i-add natin kung sino yung smaller value sa dalawa. So, that's 25. So, 25 plus 0.2 is 25.2. Therefore, P sub 20 is 25.2. Okay, so interpret na natin. May result na tayo ng P sub 20. So, interpret natin. P sub 20 is 20%. Okay? So, therefore, 20% of the students scored less than or equal to 25.2. Ibig sabihin, 20% sa mga estudyante ay nakakuha ng score 25.2 or less than 25.2. Meanwhile, 80% of the students scored greater than or equal to 25.2. Okay? So, meanwhile, itong 80% dito, sila yung mga students na nakakuha ng score greater than or equal to 25.2. Okay? So, that's how to interpret result. Okay, another example. Aliyah says the mathematics parallel assessment is so difficult. There were 200 takers including her. Her score is